At least I forget to tell you about the 24-hour live event that's going to be taking place. And I will be doing a collaboration alongside Natasha Vigil and Lorraine and Hugh Benlow. They are the owners of the Black Business Recommendation. It's a fantastic organization that gets Black businesses working and collaborating with one another. Natasha, she runs the Black Wall Street of London. It's a virtual marketplace. Do not forget to subscribe, especially if you're on YouTube. Make sure that you subscribe. Subscribe, hit the button, subscribe, hit the button. If you're on Facebook, make sure that you like the page. By you liking the page, you will receive your notifications, whether you're in YouTube or whether you are, of course, in Facebook.
We love looking after young people and just basically helping them in their football development.
This is where I'm comfortable. This is what gives me the most joy, watching them not being able to kick a ball, and then 6 months later they're able to do things they never envisioned them doing.
It's giving back to the community. I've been working for the community nearly all my life, and this is a big part of it, just giving back.
15 minutes with DJ Countryman and Rudi Lickwood. Saturday morning mayhem.
Morning, darling.
Hey everyone. Hey,
Me, what about the telephone? Come on, turn up the telephone.
Join them with interviews.
There's no formula there, that's what I'm saying.
Peter, you be a Peter. It's can you write down the number 8 times? That means no, it's not times. That multiplication. It's write it down 8 times, Peter.
And quizzes.
You can't repeat a word. It means you can't repeat the same sentence.
let's see then.
Countryman is
And you
not
can't
allowed.
start.
Countryman, yeah, and you're not allowed to stalk him. I'm going to ring a bell in a moment. Okay, and I'm going to leave the room. And the conversation will take place.
You married?
I am not.
You ever had an affair?
I haven't.
You haven't?
I haven't, dude.
You did say it twice. You did.
I did.
Yeah.
Well, you shouldn't ask me the same question twice.
I agree, the same question shouldn't be asked twice.
No, you
Yeah,
did well.
a few people are saying he did.
Wait, hold on. I feel, you know what? There's a lot of bitterness in here, yeah. And I know where the bitterness is. I know where the bitterness is coming. Bitter.
Yeah, he says in the chat.
You're bitter.
15 minutes with Rudi Lickwood and DJ Countryman. Saturday mornings, gonna be the same again.
Whoa. Good morning, one and all. Good morning.
Morning.
Morning, happy Saturday, happy Easter Saturday.
Yes. It is Easter, isn't it? Good morning, Liz.
Morning, guys.
Where's your egg?
Morning.
Like me, I gotta have an egg for you.
You want an egg?
Yes. You want an egg?
Well, egg.
Are you meant to be giving out eggs?
Me?
Yeah.
No. I did hot cross
Come on,
buns this year. Hot cross buns.
I gave 70 out to my village.
Are you for real?
70 Easter eggs.
70.
Wow, that's good.
No, 70 normal size Easter eggs. We've got 70 kids in the village, so I gave them all an Easter egg.
Oh, wicked. Give you a little clap for that.
Jesus.
So I've got to be up early tomorrow to go and chalk on the pavement an Easter hunt trail.
Oh, Lord.
Okay. Did you actually hide the eggs?
No, because it's COVID, obviously, the people that are participating each house are putting a basket of goodies out at the gate, and then I'll do a chalk trail on 2 streets, and then there's a lucky dip where they pick out a ticket, and it's a rabbit's foot, and it'll be blank or it'll say win, and then they can pick a prize if they pick. It's like a little raffle when they get to my house as well, but there's also chocolate bunnies in there that they can take.
So what, Countryman, you've been giving out Easter eggs or something?
It'll say Easter eggs.
No, he's been giving that. He's the bunny. He's the bunny.
Have you been giving out Easter eggs, Countryman?
To the
We can't hear you.
To the grandkids them. To the grandkids them.
Oh, see.
Yeah, I give the grandkids them. So when we gone again now? Who gone? Verona gone.
No,
Claire. Claire's there.
Claire is here now.
I'm losing.
Where's Verona?
I keep going.
Hi, Claire.
Where's Verona?
Hi,
Verona's gone, isn't it?
Hi, Alicia.
Hi.
Everybody. Carl.
Carl Bassett, Wagwan.
Wagwan. Hey, country. Too much women in the room, you know. Too much women in the room.
But you lot are on top, so don't complain.
Huh?
You lot are on top.
Yeah, but see, I know woman smarter than man. So this is a ploy for them to win the things.
Boss, they're not winning nothing today.
Hey.
Well, as you say that, seeing as you're in this competitive spirit, I think it's a good time for us to bring in our guests this morning. Please welcome, he looked like him busy at the moment. But welcome, Mr. Daddy Ernie.
Yo, good morning, everybody. How are you?
Morning.
Welcome.
How is my good friend from up the motorway?
Is that Ernie? You look different. You look like you have intelligence.
Of course. I've always got intelligence. It just depends. I noticed that there's 3, how many of us? There's 4 of us and 6 females.
We used to 6.
Where is the 6 female from?
How many female? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4? There was more than that. 5. 5. And we take Rudi out of the equation and take Countryman out of the equation. It's me and Carla.
What do you mean taking me out of the equation? How you can take me out? So, I'm what, an hermaphrodite or something like that? What am I? What? Am I both sexes?
But I thought you was. No, I thought you was controlling things, but for me, Countryman needs a haircut, so he can't really participate in what's going on around here right now.
Oh,
Rudy,
you start on country already.
Yeah, we call Countryman Captain Caveman.
He's here again.
So, Ernie, why do you think I need a haircut?
Yo. Well, last time I saw you, you looked very hard to get you off of my phone quick, man. I was frightened.
No.
Can I get a full picture of Countryman? Can I get a full picture of Countryman to see if he looks a bit better when I last saw him, please, Rudi?
I'll see what I can do.
But I still don't know why you think I need a haircut for. Why do you think I need a haircut for? Why?
Because you look a little bit. You looked a little bit rough, man. I'm used to the sharp Countryman, and now the hair's gone all wild, and so the name Countryman befits the person now. Cause you come from country. You used to be a refined country.
I'm taking the 5th.
You know, we used to go to dance and rub, but certain things happen, so we can't go to dance store and rub. So that's kind of what happened. You know, forget it.
He doesn't. What you're trying to say, you don't have to fix up yourself now that there's no rubbing going on. You don't have to fix up yourself.
All right. Okay.
It's letting yourself go a bit. Ain't your country?
Ernie, what's that, Verona?
I said you let yourself go a bit.
Let me say go where?
Since lockdown.
Me not going nowhere.
Yes.
Yeah, your head's gone somewhere. Your hair's gone somewhere though.
So Ernie,
Yeah.
Go on, Ernie. Sorry.
Yo. We look forward to see the rather debonair Countryman coming back out when Boris says we can come back out. We look forward to that because I know you're a class act, but
what's that word? Debonair. Debonums?
What's wrong with him? Debonair. Wow, sophisticated.
So why you have to pretend you know those long words? Why you have to pretend you know those long words?
Well, I've been looking at some long words because I'm coming on with Rudi Lickwood and Countryman, so maybe some long words need to be
I don't
in the back.
I don't use
case.
Ernie, I don't use long words. Rudy,
you know what, Ernie? You're gonna see a new side to Countryman today.
Yeah.
Yes. No. Okay. I look forward.
His backside.
Right, Ernie.
You're gonna see a different side to him.
Ernie, let's start your 15 minutes, Ernie. Let's start your 15. Ernie, welcome to 15 minutes with yours truly and Rudi Lickwood and Carl Bassett. Carl is from Cardiff. That's all. Speak.
Try Newport.
It's the same thing.
It's not the same thing.
It's you got Newport. The same thing.
Hey, it's like you must live in Wolverhampton then.
No.
Country, you live in. Yes.
No. No.
Same thing.
No.
Birmingham.
Now he lives in Wolverhampton. It's the same thing.
Carl.
No, it's not the same
No, it's
thing.
not.
No, well, if Cardiff and Newport's the same thing, it means that Wolverhampton and Birmingham's the same thing.
It's not.
Okay.
You can't talk funny.
Yeah. You can ask him to go before you come to us.
Okay.
But anyway, Country, I know the people in Wolverhampton don't want you there anyway.
Oh, shame.
Oh, dear.
Well, I don't want to go to Wolverhampton.
Kick him out.
They kicked him out.
It's not a red flag day, you know. You're gone.
Let's talk to Ernie. Let's talk to Ernie now because we'll take up Ernie time. Hello, everybody. Ernie.
Yes. Do I need a pen and paper?
Not at the moment.
Yes, you need one.
Are you worried, Ernie? Are you worried?
Yeah,
No,
my
well,
friend,
you
man.
know, Rudy just told me to
Relax, man.
Normally, on my platform, I give people a little bit of insight exactly what's going to happen. Rudy said, just come on, man, and some questions and just remember this. And it's all like a haze. You know what I mean?
That's it. That's all I have to do. So, all right, Ernie, how long? Let's talk to Ernie because a lot of people here, some of them might know Ernie, might not know Ernie, and some of them might want to get to know you. I'm not calling no name, but some of them might want to get to know you. Ernie, where Ernie come from? Tell me about Ernie.
Where do I come from?
You know, how did Ernie transpire in the music world?
Well, you know, it like all of us youths, music was part of our everyday life growing up in a country that at the moment is not racist. But
no, stop it. I love what you just said.
But you know, I think if you speak to youths of my time, of my era, everybody will tell you the same thing. The Blue Spot, Graham. You know, some of us was fortunate that our parents, namely the old man, had this little sound system. So we kind of came up through that old era of music. I mean, we was part. Let me just there. We was part of the swinging 60s, and that was what formed this whole music business. The Motown, the Rocksteady, the ska, the pop, all that was really generated during the 60s. So I was part of that generation, you know, and I just kind of grew up step by step, doing my schoolwork and doing music and being involved in dancing. Me and my cousin was a good dancer, so we used to go with the old man when he had his son, and we used to dance and get.
So was you a skanker? Was you one of them skankers in the dance floor?
No. We're talking about way before skanking, bruv. We're talking about when we used to do the mashed potato. You remember a dance called the mashed potato?
Yeah. The funky chicken.
I don't know them
No,
dances.
sir.
Funky chicken, I eat that dance.
The twist.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Funky chicken was a dance that everybody.
What dance is that?
Let me tell you something, Rudy. I'm from the time where I respect my culture. Chicken was not my culture; it was an American thing, and even now, I don't really transpire. The only thing that I've transpired to, as far as American thing is concerned, with is Motown, because Motown was an era that will never ever be repeated. But all their funky chicken and I had an afro, and I had some curtain waves and all them business there, right? But I really stuck to. So we had the twist. I don't know if that was American yet. So we was from the era of the twist, the mashed potato.
Yeah.
I just missed. We was just too young for the quadrille. But we knew about it, but we was just too young for that dance. See, we're coming from the really root of the whole thing. You know what I mean? Skanking weren't really my thing, really, because I wasn't really skanking was more of a kind of a Rasta.
It was a Rasta thing, yeah.
Yeah, and I weren't really. They said I was a sweet boy, so I couldn't.
Is that where you fell? You fell into the line of being a sweet, because you had the sweets boy, you had the sticks man, them. Yeah.
Yeah. We weren't really no sticks man. Yeah, no, we never busy about no soul head business. We never busy about that. Although we used to play, although soul was in our thing, we weren't no soul head. We were strictly rude boys. Weren't sticks man, because sticks man was a little bit.
It was a thief. It was a little. Used to go and pickpocket and all them thing there.
Well, not all of them. I know sticks man who never really used to thief. They were just caught up in the whole scenario of what's going on. We were sweet boys, right? So that means we could flex anywhere. We could go to a little skanking dance. We could go to a soul dance, but we was really reggae youths, and it very much like now. We set the trend.
Because you know what? You know where I know you from, Ernie?
Yeah, ours then.
Yeah, no, but you know where I first know you from?
Prison.
Country, we're not all like you know. Come on,
Ernie. I said prison.
Ernie,
I said prison. And not one of you said no, it's not true. We don't laugh. So
because it's so hilarious. It's so hilarious. That's all you can do is laugh. It's so hilarious. Where did you know me from, Rudy?
Right. Tell me. Remember when you used to sell fruit and veg?
Oh yes. Yeah, but you was little youth then. You was a little youth.
That's what I said. Oh, but I want to tell a story. I actually want to tell a story because the thing is that it was because I watched you on Harlesden High Street, because Ernie used to sell fruit and veg. Yeah, that means you have to get up early in the morning and set up a stall, because you didn't have a shop front, did you?
No. What are you talking about? My first, it wasn't mine. I used to work for a gentleman who taught me a whole. He was actually the first real supplier of West Indian food in NW10, and his name was Rafi, but it was his dad Tom. Who, looking back now, was a little bit of a racist in current climate. He used to treat the ladies them rough still, but the ladies them used to rough him up still. You know what I mean? But they had a shop front, but what happened? The front came out, and the food was kind of on the pavement, but they did have a shop front, and that's where we worked as youths, as 11, 12-year-olds. That's where that was our Saturday job, and we kind of progressed. And most of the youths them in my age group, like the late Webster Johnson, Johnny Paraskiva, my brother, the great Roy Forbes Allen from Hawkeye Records.
Somebody's got something on.
Phone or something?
We all passed through that shop there. It was like the academy of, and that taught us how to deal with people. You know what I mean? Because at a very young age, we used to deal with people by selling them. So you probably used to come down with your mum and you had the trolley basket.
That's right. My mum used to come down there. Pull in the trolley.
Like we all did.
I see this fat you selling fruit and veg. Yeah,
man.
And I went on. That right? I went on So opposite Hawkeye, Coronation. Do you remember there was a shop called Coronation shop? Across the road from Hawkeye, on the corner.
Yeah.
You know where Kelvin's mechanics is, round the back there?
Yes.
Yeah, right that corner where the fish shop is now. Yeah?
Yeah.
That was the Coronation shop. And I used to sell fruit and veg from there. African Caribbean food from there.
Okay. But that was kind of an imposter shop, though. A lot of them are imposter shops because they all take their name from Jamaica, like Blue Mountain. You know, Blue Mountain. What does our friends around there really know about Blue Mountain? But, you know, they study a little bit of history and they say, I know what? We've got all the Caribbean people down here, so we'll call our shop Blue Mountain Peak.
And everybody goes and buys it because what used to happen was when I was retailing, because I used to wholesale food from Western International, bring it in from CARICOM. Bring it in from CARICOM. And I used to retail it at Coronation Street there, Coronation shop there. Okay. And then the West Indian ladies, they used to come early in the morning, you know. This is like 8 o'clock in the morning, they would come, see what I had cheap, they would pick up the yam, and they used to ask you to cut it. And they would open up and look at the yam and go, that too chowy, and then throw it back. And you go across the road. That's right. And then they would go across the road to Blue Mountain to buy their stuff. Because
I'll tell you what go on, sorry. Go on, Rudi, sorry, carry on.
Yeah, because it was difficult for a West Indian shop to survive in Alston selling fruit and veg because of how big Blue Mountain got.
I'll tell you what I used to do when I was probably about 4 years. I used to walk to the paper shop, put all the newspapers in a one bag and start delivering them.
Oh, yeah, paper boy.
Yeah, I was a paper boy. And then one day I steal a bike from somebody front garden, ride it home, strip it down, paint it, and start riding it. That's what I used to do.
That's a typical bushman thing.
And enough bike we thief and ride, me tell you straight.
Shocking. If you go through here, I tell you what, you'll find that because I used to do a paper round. We used to deliver paraffin, do a milk round, work in the green grocery shop. We used to do all them things that we used to thief the bike, and what we used to do, we used to have parts. We used to get the frames.
That's right. Yeah.
And bill a bike. And them bikes, they were better than the ones that they were selling in the shop.
Yes.
Yeah, because everyone used to... Carl, what did you lot get up to when you was in Newport, though? Because...
So same thing. I had a paper round, and then I can remember then I wanted a bike to do my paper round. And then everybody was riding chopper and all that kind of thing. Then big bikes.
The rally bikes, chopper rally.
Yeah, right. So then my father said, I got you a bike. So when I come home and look at this bike, he paid 50 pence for this bike in a second-hand shop. I just looked at it and thinking, I can't ride that bike. And he just said, fix it up and do it. So gradually I fixed it up. A family friend had he was a panel beat and spray it. So he sprayed it. He put transferred on it. And then when that bike hit the street, it was like the best bike in the area because it was customized to me only, and no one could buy that bike. But but if someone would have stole my bike at that time, I'd have been heartbroken. Because
Ernie, Martin Shoe Doctor is saying good morning, and he's calling you a legend.
Good morning, Martin Shoe Doctor. He will become a legend in due course. Shoe Doctor will become a legend.
And earlier on, I said she recognized him from a cruise.
Sorry, Liz.
Can I sing that?
No, Spice said earlier on, she said she thinks she knows him for a cruise in 2017, unless he's got a double.
But who don't know Ernie? Ernie all over the place, you know.
Yeah.
So Ernie,
even I know Ernie.
In a good way. In a good way. Make that in a good way, Rudi.
Must be this same prison cell on the share. Ernie, when Ernie started this jacking though?
When we started DJing, you know, the first time I ever played that was for my uncle, and he had a little party around his yard, and we used to have an HMV record player. The first record player they had was actually a gramophone record player. the one where you had the needle, which was the sewing needle. People used to sew with the needle. And we nicked the needle from my mum, and we bought this gramophone for a penny from the Scouts. They had a jumbo sale. We bought a penny. Yeah, Club Scouts up in Cricklewood, where we lived at the time. And we put this needle in it, and we started playing records. But what happened? We scratched up the whole of my old man's records. So he got the thing and threw it out the window. Threw it out the window. Right? We was heartbroken. And that was our debut into owning our own thing. Then we got this record player, HMV record player with 2 knobs on it, and we got some little speakers and connected it up. Because as youths, we was great at connecting things and making things happen. And we connected it up. And then we went and played for my uncle at his party up his house in Kingsbury. And it was cool. It's kind of all right. It was all right. And then from there, we just kind of developed. When we went to secondary school, now we got some money together and we got a sound system called President Downbeat with my great friend Granty, who me and him is the best of friends up till now. He's supposed to call me for me to come and get my bun, but he ain't called me yet. I'm wondering what's happening. Because he's a beer guy from Weekend Bond. You know what I mean? So we got together with my brother and that, and we got our first sound system, President Downbeat, and from there it was just kind of history, you know. Step by step, Hawkeye Records came about in the early 80s. You know, like I say, Roy Forbes Allen, the great Roy Forbes Allen, who I known from I was about 12 at the greengrocer shop. He was, when we talk about entrepreneur, he was the original entrepreneur, you know. And very humble as well. A lot of people don't know that he's got a whole heap of letters behind his name. You see him down Olsen High Street and in his shop and all that, his business. A man who's got enough letters behind his name, qualified accountant. He was the first one.
What's funny?
No, nothing like you.
What's funny is that you're supposed to be you're supposed to have a degree in English, isn't it? That's funny.
May I have a degree in English?
What English?
The list can go on and on and on. But like anyway, carry on, Ernie, because it's not about me.
English.
Don't mind them, Ernie. Hey.
You know what? You know, there is a question I'd like to ask just for a second, and that is, ladies, you've just now heard Ernie talking about doing the milk round, doing the paper round, working in the groceries. What did you do?
I worked at a market. I worked in a florist. Yeah, first
I didn't do
I've
anything.
got the thing on the top of my cupboard that I bought my first pay packet with. I worked at a florist called Dingley's in Altrincham, and my cousin was a manager. So every Saturday I'd come home on the bus with loads of flowers that were going to be thrown away. But I bought a little foal, a China Bezic foal from Rackham's, which is opposite the shop where I worked. Florist, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So what was your first wage packet?
It was probably about £12 for the Saturday's work. Wow. Like in the 80s.
£12 quid.
You get more than me.
You know my first wage packet?
One of my earliest wage packets was £22.50.
Well, I'm going to tell you my first
in the brown envelope where you count the notes.
We're talking YTS scheme here, you know.
Wow, YTS.
My first wage packet was £5.43 after tax.
Wow.
£5.43.
Long time ago.
Yes, we used to do a lot of £5.43. I'm telling you. We used to do holy. It's good. It's
so
great.
Ernie, back to you now.
Yo.
So you're DJ now, and you tell me your DJ career. Well, not me. Tell us your DJ highlights of your DJ.
Well, my DJ career. Oh, now we'd be here all day long because I've been very fortunate. You know, we like I say, Hawkeye is most of these record shops that used to be around in that time through the 80s and the 90s, and to a certain part of the truth, Hawkeye Records was the center point. We used to supply everybody, all the dub vendors, the Blacker Dreads, the Supertones, the Body Music. We used to supply all of them with music because he used to bring in all the latest tunes them from Jamaica, import all the latest 7 inches. He had the biggest importation of 7-inch singles probably in the history of what's going on. People's come afterwards and that, but Hawkeye was the catalyst. And we was there. You know, myself and Jerry was at the front of Hawkeye Record Shop. And we was there when it all started. So we kind of there was a gentleman by the name of Tim who had a sound called Rima Sound, and we kind of changed Rima Sound to become Hawkeye. We kind of put the Hawkeye emblem on the front of his sound. And we had a great time. Red Frank and all them people there. People don't really know them people. But
no, I'm not Red Frank. I know Red Frank.
Yeah, you'll know Red Frank. A couple of the late, but he was a bit of a character around Northwest. And my friend Norman and Leary and all of us, we got this Hawkeye. And it was kind of a real kind of family sound, like of which I was the head. I was the selector and getting the music and everything.
Because it was first of all, it was like house parties, isn't it?
Yeah, we used to do house parties and we used to go like Barry Island and play down Barry Island. We done Tavistock Girls Netball team and
Wales.
Yeah, we used to come Barry Island regular. Actually, that was regular. And from then, when we was at Hawkeye, the radio career kind of kicked in. Tim Westwood used to work for a station called LWR. And he said to me, "Why didn't you come over there and do a show?" Yeah, and I said, "No, man, I got radio." I said, "No, it's sound system, man." He said, "Nah, come on." We went over there, and a gentleman by the name of Zach, who come from Ghana, and his brother Fuzzy D. By then, they were running the station, and he said, "Yeah, man, do." I think it was 3 days at that time, a reggae program, and we built this thing called the Reggae Squad, which was me, Zach, and Fuzzy D, which represented LWR, and then that's where the radio career kicked in from there. And as you probably, if you know, from them times there right up until even now, a lot of stars was created, not only from LWR, but when we moved on to Choice, that's where, you know, your Sean Pauls and your Budgers and your Jodas's and all these people became household names, and we was there at that time. So the highlights of the career is many, but I think the one that gave me the most, if I look back, the one that gave me the most privilege was actually hosting International Night. I think it was 1995 at Sunfest in Jamaica.
Okay. Oh, wow.
That was amazing because you hear stories of going up there, and if you ain't up to speed, you're going to get pure buckle. So I was terrified that I'm going to go out there and say, come on with something. Pure buckle. But I went out there and I done my thing, and the crowd kind of warmed. And when I said, like, if there's any English crew in there, someone push up their hand and all that. And I said, yes, Medea. And that's probably that. Apart from meeting all the artists and all that of our childhood and interviewing him, that one particular moment really stands out in a career that spanned 50 years.
Ernie, you know that 95 where you go Sunfest?
Yeah.
I'm sure I was there.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that the camera then. I had a camera then. I'm going to have a look.
Yeah.
If I find them, I'm going to shoot them on Facebook. You know me there. That 1995 was a long time ago.
Yeah.
But I'm sure I was there. Well, I'm sure.
The acts that was smashing it then was the likes of Shaggy, Shaka Demus and Pliers, Tony Rebel, Tony Rebel, Buju, of course, was coming, but they were on a different DJ night. But they were the caliber of artists that was really, they just started on their career and they were coming. And I think it was 94, 95, Sunfest is marked down.
I'm gonna make a duty to look.
Yeah, but
we've got duty to look for them.
That's some great.
So then, Ernie, when you then found that you were at Choice, and you were doing like 5 nights. I believe you're doing like 5 nights. Is that correct?
Yeah, man. The only DJ to do 5 nights on legal radio, reggae.
Big up yourself.
Big up for that. Come on, man. Big up the brother for that.
Big up.
Yes, man. Big up. Yeah.
And you know what's terrible is that we're in 2021 and I'm still the only man who's done 5 days a week on there. You know, I think that's absolutely disgraceful because we there's no doubt that we can have a 5-day-a-week reggae program.
So what do you think? What do you actually think went wrong at Choice then? Because why was not Choice sold to the community?
No, don't be stupid. We get carried away that we can do this and we can do that. What people don't realize is that Choice FM had reached a plateau, right? It needed to go what I call into the top table. They needed to be accepted at the top table. And remember, you know, we're talking what 30 years ago.
Yeah.
We're not at the top table now. So how was we going to get at the top table then? And that's why we need.
But yeah, but if I mean, what now that Choice have gone, you're basically saying sell it on, yeah. But then what have we got now?
No, that's what I'm saying, Rudy. Anything that we've got that's good, they come for it.
Yep.
By any means necessary, they get it. They get their hands on it. Our culture, the whole shebang, right? I hear people talking like us, and when I turn around, they don't look nothing like me. But they've managed to get into our culture and reinvent themselves, for putting it a better way. What people's got to realize is Choice FM was taken as far as it could go with the people who was there at the time. Immediately Capital got hold of Choice, the advertising level went from here to here. Immediately, those blue chip companies that we was fighting for to get advertising, and they said, nah. All of a sudden, Capital Radio, boom, bum, bum, we was eligible to get those advertising, right? And make no mistake, people say, yeah, man, we got enough businesses to support a black radio station. We ain't. I'm telling you, we have not. And we have to rely on outside sources. So, consequently...
Which I totally accept, but I still don't see why it can't be a black organization, yeah? Where our white cousins buy into what we're doing, the same way that we buy into Woolworths, the same way that we buy into Asda, the same way that we buy into mainstream retail outlets. Why cannot society buy into us the same way, considering we are black British?
Well, yes, that's a very good question. But do they? We spend our money in all other communities, right? We spend it in the Jewish community, the Indian community, the Chinese community. Nowadays, man's just starting to buy our food, our takeaways. We don't have no big clothes shop on all those things that it takes. You know, the Indian man's got a wealth of shops that his people support and we support. You understand what I'm saying? We don't really support our thing. You go Blue Mountain Peak now, down in Arsden. It Clark. Who's in there? Who's in there, Rudy?
Black people are in there.
Right.
But
and you go down
sold by Asians. Asian people are selling the food.
Right. And you go down by Lloyd's, our lovely little Lloyd shop down in Craven Park.
Yeah.
And there's a handful of us there. There's a handful. Yeah. Well, I mean, I got lie, I'm too teeth, I'm too expensive. Before they check and say there's 10 Indian man shops, so when the Indian man go market, he can buy in bulk for 10 shops. And when Lloyd go market, he's just buying for himself. Give the man some money and help him up, right? And help him up, let him grow his business. And then maybe he gets 10 shops, right? And goes market and buys in bulk and can compete. He can't compete if it's in one. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. Because the thing is that this is what I'm saying. When I tell you that you inspired me, I don't think you really understand, right? In that, what I did when I was at Coronation, right, was I set up the Afro-Caribbean Food Manufacturers Association, and I went around the whole of the UK to try and draw all of the retailers together to bulk buy. But we weren't ready for that kind of move. I was 23 at the time.
I tell you, it's the same. Yeah.
We weren't ready for that.
You know how much people owe? You know how much people owe money to Choice FM? The original Choice FM team. You know how much people owe the money where they come and get advertising and they're not paying.
18, listen,
Yeah,
man,
yeah.
you lot pricing.
Why?
You lot were pricing for us, man, because I was a promoter still.
Why?
And it was like to try and find £800, £1,000, you know what I mean, for a dance. And you know, when you leave, why you make about £200, £50 at the end of it when you look on your pocket. You know, you take out all the
You see what I mean?
expenses.
So, yeah, it's all right. It's all right. People say, no, they shouldn't have sold Choice and Nation. No, if I'm telling you that if they could have kept it, them people who was there, if they could have kept it, they would have kept it. You know what I mean? Well, you got to remember, you know, Choice was set up to fail. I can't even go into that story now. When the book comes out, you'll know.
All right, then. Well, let's spin it. Let's spin it for a while then, because the thing is, you had to reinvent yourself after Choice FM let you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because now you're no longer working on the on a legal in that parameter that of being legal. Yeah. How did you pivot?
Yeah.
How did
you know pivot? Something? When I first went to Choice and we was there for a while, I'm not going to name people's name, but some of them said, "Oh, me, I'm not going back to no pirate station when I leave here and do." You see me? I said to myself, I am going to be going back to whence I came, because I know that there was no chance of me coming off of Choice and going onto a BBC station or a Capital or anything like that, right? So I just, all the time that I was at Choice, I kept my alignment with the community. I kept my alignment with Vibes FM, Courtney Melody and them, man. They would tell you. And I used to be on all their dances, even though I was on Choice, they used to have me. So it was a simple thing. The transition was simple from Choice to Vibes, you know, and we went to Vibes, and I would like to think that we kind of improved it in the sense of our presentation and that people listen to it and they kind of try to improve themselves. People call me and say, Ernie, this and that and that. But I don't tell nobody what to do, right? I advise, and if they want to take it on board, they take it on board, because I don't want nobody saying, boy, Daddy Ernie, and who is him for tell me how to present my show, or who is him for tell me this and that. I will advise.
But
right?
Ernie,
Yo.
Sorry, you say I must cut my hair.
Yeah,
so you
but you don't have to.
No, but you say I must cut my hair.
But you don't have to.
All right, then that's it. No, so Ernie,
advise you.
Yeah, but once again, what Ernie is saying is he's trying to uplift you, yeah, and he's trying to help you become a better person. You understand what I'm saying? I'm trying to help you out.
Who's that person? Hang on. Who's that person?
He's saying to you that you're 10 times better than that. And he's saying to you that he shows you that through example is what he's saying.
That's nice.
Who's that person?
He's saying he's trying to show you that through example.
That's not me, though. That's not me. That's my
twin brother. Steven Gerrard.
That's my twin brother. That's my twin brother.
So Ernie, that was not all that you did.
There's
that
only
was not all
one
that you did, because you also went into presenting and hosting as a presenter down at the Tabernacle, where you started interviewing various artists, if I'm correct.
All right. Yeah, we done a rise with my friend Rima and Michelle Matheson, she was at the Beeb at the time. I do believe she's probably at ITV now. Rima has been an activist in the community from years. I've known Rima for years, and he had an organization. I think it might have been the Pan-African something, but I'm not 100% sure. I forgot. And every May bank holiday, he used to come on the show, and I used to interview him, and they used to keep big things up in Brixton and all that. So and we got together and along with a few others, and we started a rise, which was very much like what we're doing now, but it was in a live setting in the Tabernacle. And we had some great, we had the Jamaican High Commissioner on there, we had David Harewood on there, Levi Roots we've had on there, and many others. And you see what happens is that when we get in our own because this thing you see behind me is the fixture list, which is our new football program that we have on Friday nights. When we get in our own surroundings, like how we are now, we can talk. Because if we get somebody who's not like us and they interview us, you know, if I say, why, what, Rudi, what, who we got here now? I can't see. One of the ladies. How much you pay for that yam and banana there?
See,
They ain't gonna
them language.
What we talking about.
Them language.
All right, they're getting a little bit of it, you know, they're getting a little bit of it, but you know, but when we're on our format on our thing now, like what we are, we're reasoning, we're talking, and we can understand. And if somebody who don't look like us come, we can understand as well. You know what I mean? So it's a whole different ball game now, and with the advent of the Internet. Online and technology, it's opened up a whole can of worms because people can come on and say what they want now. You know what I mean? So some people are getting a bit nervous.
But you embraced it, Ernie. You embraced it, and you started doing interviews from Jamaica.
Yes. Well, that was all part of it, you know. That's all part of the when we was a radio presenter. That was all part of it, because you can't have somebody like Beres or Dennis Brown, God rest his soul, and Gregory and all these people playing their tunes, and you can't talk to them. And when they come into town, you have to talk to them. I was on 5 days a week, so they have to come and see me, whatever happens. They must have come to see me because I'm on 5 days a week, and I'm the man. I'm making sure, even though we had other presenters who's on radio, I always said that if I'm on 5 days a week and man's on 1 day a week and he's outdoing me, then I'm not worth the position. So I made sure that I was worth my position for the 5 days a week. I made sure that anybody who come into the country have to stop it on Super Jam. So it enabled me to have access to a whole heap of people, and you know, we became friends. A lot of the artists, we became friends. So if I call them and say we're doing a rise and they're in town, they're going to come and do a rise. And that's how the whole thing developed. You know, you got to work. We come from a era where hard work, that's what we deal with, hard work. Our parents say, you have to be 10 times better than your counterpart, right? Who don't look like you. So we make sure if we can't reach 10, we reach 8.5, which is good enough. You know what I'm saying? So we had that.
Sorry to cut you. It's interesting that you say that, because you talk about all these artists and everything that you was able to embrace because of the position that you hold, right? And I was talking with Countryman Thursday night, and the question that came up was, if you had the opportunity, right, to play music at any of these art, I'm going to put up a set of artists on the screen in a moment. Yeah, we would like to know which artist you really would have chosen to play at their wedding. Yeah, but before you do that, before you do that, we have a question for the panel. Yeah, and that is, can you name the artists?
Beres Hammond.
Yeah. Dennis,
Whitney,
Ronix, Bob Marley,
Garnet Silk, Whitney Houston, John Holt, Marcia Griffiths.
One missing. One. There's two
John Holt and Whitney.
One more.
You right.
Jimmy Cliff, didn't I?
You one more.
Oh, is that BT?
Bitty McLean, and there's another
Jimmy
one.
McLean, yeah. Bitty.
No, Jimmy
Whitney.
Cliff.
Jimmy Cliff. I said Jimmy Cliff.
No,
he's not on there.
Who's in the middle?
That's Roy.
Can't see that. Is it
Daddy Roy?
Okay.
No, that's.
Who's this one on the end? Is that Culture?
That's right.
Who's down the bottom right? Bottom right.
Shame.
Garnet Silk.
Garnet Silk. Yeah.
Okay. Above Garnet Silk.
Above him.
Is that
Jimmy
Culture?
Cliff,
No.
Oh, come on.
That Jimmy Cliff.
No.
No. Jimmy Cliff. You should have seen by yourself.
I don't know that guy.
Yeah, try look, man. What?
That is
just smart.
I'm still in love.
Oh.
Come on, man.
Alton Ellis.
Alton Ellis.
Alton Ellis.
Oh wow.
Alton Ellis.
I haven't seen him look like that.
London Black in the background.
That was Alton Ellis. Now the question is, before you answer, Daddy Ernie, right? Who would Daddy Ernie pick to play at their wedding? Yeah? Out of all these artists, you decide in your mind at the moment, Daddy Ernie, of all these artists, you've got to all pick one who Daddy Ernie is more likely to say he would want to play at their wedding. We'll start off with Carl.
That's a tough one, really. I mean, I was thinking Beres or Bob Marley, so
you got to pick one.
Bob Marley. Bob Marley.
All right, Carl says Bob. Natural?
I would say Alton Ellis.
Alton Ellis. Okay, Shugs?
I'll go for John Oates or Uri.
You got to only pick one.
Uri.
Uri.
Who's that in the middle?
Who's that in the middle?
Who's that one in the middle? Oh, Big Ute. Sorry.
That's Big Ute. That's Big Ute. That's Big
Ute.
Dave, even I got lick out on that one. I thought it was Uri.
How do you know that was?
That's
I thought it was Uri. I honestly did.
They look alike. You know that.
Yeah.
All right, then. So can I change it?
Who did you pick?
Marcia Griffiths.
Marcia.
Griffiths.
Okay. Liz?
The lady in the white.
Whitney.
Yeah.
You guys for Whitney?
The white? The lady in the
No,
white.
Whitney, that's Marcia. That's on Marcia.
Okay, and finally, Verona?
I said Marcia, but you
Beres.
didn't hear me.
I think Beres.
Okay. Daddy, would you like to tell us who you would have chosen and why?
You know what? I would. That what you told is a hard question. It's a hard question, right? But I would have played. I would have loved to have played at Marcia Griffith's wedding if she got
You picked the wrong one, Daddy, man. Daddy, you picked the wrong one.
Now, you know what? You know, Marcia is, if very much like Dennis Brown is our brothers from that era. Marcia Griffiths is our mum. From when we was youth growing up, we always heard about Marcia Griffiths. We had Rosalind Sweat. We had the other females from that time, Phyllis Dillon, people like that.
Phyllis Dillon, yeah.
Marcia Griffiths was the one who we grew up with. She was our sister, our mum. And when I met Marcia, I always thought that she was years older than
because she sang older than her years.
She was singing from. She was a little girl, man. She couldn't be my mum because we're not far apart in age. She would have had to have me when she was 7 or 8 or something like that. We're not too far apart.
That's possible. Today, that's possible. In today's society, that's possible, mate.
Leave it out. So, Marcia Griffiths. Plus, we're great friends. I can just call Marcia and have a little chat with her like she's my mum or my sister, and she's absolutely fantastic. The first lady of reggae, Marcia Griffiths. I'd have loved to have played at her wedding. And she was getting married to Bob Andy at the time, who was a man. She grew up with him, and Young, Gifted and Black and the whole team. So you can imagine that wedding. It would have been heavy, and I would have got some pounds. I'd have been paid in pounds, not Jamaican dollars.
US, man, US.
No, I'm not. I don't live in America. I live in England. But I'm pounds.
That's right.
When I go, if you really want to upset me, when I go Jamaica, and you got a shop and you tell me US dollars. That is when you.
Oh yeah.
So annoying.
Yeah, I don't like that as well.
If it's 3 million Jamaican dollars, tell me it's 3 million Jamaican dollars. Don't tell me it's 200 US.
US.
Because I'm in Jamaica. I'm not in America. You know what I mean? But anyway, as we move. I'm a
A question has just now come in. A question has just now come in for you, Ernie, from the panel, not from the panel, from the comments, and it's from Edward Forbes. Ernie, do you think our so-called community stations now have progressed from the days of Choice FM?
Some of them has. I'm not going to name them. Obviously,
name them, man. What are you talking about?
No. Some of them. I think, you know what? Our friend Mikey Coos runs a very good tight ship over there on Unique.
Okay.
It's not for my... I mean, he would love me to come on his station. He would. It's not for my demographic. It's predominantly a little bit younger than me. Only a little bit, but it's younger than me. You know what I mean? But I think he runs a pretty tight ship. He's got his presenters them present in a certain way, and he makes sure that if you can't do that, then it's laters. He don't pull no punches.
I agree with that.
So he's one of them. I think over at Vibes as well, we've got quite a good tight ship. Courtney and Terry Don, they don't really take any prisoners. With the advent of technology, there's no reason why our stations shouldn't sound professional, because we can get the news. It's not like when we was in NWR, man's got cassette, putting in adverts with cassette or 8-track cassette and all them business there. We got technology now. We don't even the advert them just chip in at the right time. We got access to news. We can pull news down from Sky or BBC or everywhere. You know what I mean? So we can create our own professional setup. And let me just pull up what we got. I listen to some people on the radio. I'm not saying that I'm the greatest presenter, but I think I'm of a standard. I listen to some people presenting on the radio, and they're bigging up their brethren in the barbershop, right? And on the corner and man on the ends and all that. If you want to get an audience, that is not what you're supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be presenting a show. So when I'm saying, yeah, man, big up Rudi Lickwood wrong Panels and High Street and the barber shop and 2 man from off of the corner down a Fortune Gate Road. No.
That don't work.
When people's going down the dial, right, and they're going down the dial in their car or whatever, if they hear that and they don't recognize it, what do?
Switch over, yeah.
Exactly, because we have got is long gone are the days where you've got 3 stations. There's 203 stations. So a man just go like that. And when he hears what he wants to hear or what he can recognize, he stays there. You know what I mean? So that when we're doing that, that gives the enemy or whatever you want to call them the ammunition to say, oh, that lot over there ain't got a clue. We talking about it. They don't know radio. We do. We have to listen and adapt. That's what I done. I used to listen to stations, Capital, Radio 1, Chiltern, Radio 201 in Reading, and here are they presenting their show and adapt. Let me give you, we're going to be on here all day long. But anyway.
No, what we're going to do is we knew that this would happen. We actually knew that this would happen. Is that we're actually going to come off Facebook in a moment, and we're going to switch over to YouTube for about a good 10 minutes or so, where we will have a few quiz questions with Daddy Ernie. But in the meantime, before we do that, I want to give everybody the opportunity to understand why we actually asked you your opinion on radio as it is today. Just give me a second. Let me see if I can find this file.
Let me give you a simple scenario, right? This is how radio, for a better word, professional radio work. You have an ad break. It's worked out that the ad break mustn't be more than 3.5 minutes long on any given professional station, so to say, right? Because they say that is the span of an individual that they can take the adverts before they switch off or they start doing something else. So what you got to do is make sure when you come out of that ad break, you come out with what?
Something going to capture them.
A heavy tune, something that's going to really grab the public.
Huh? Exactly. You come out with a familiar tune, a hit tune, right? You don't come out with the latest Vibes Cartel that you only knows. I've had 3 minutes of advert, then he plays a record I don't know. Boom! You come out with arguments saying, I can't wait till the morning come. A man say, yeah, man, I know that. Sanchez, I can't wait, one of my favorite tunes. And you got them. They're there because it's only a short span. That's how they measure the radio. That's how they measure. They got a thing called Rager. And that's how they measure how people listen. That's how they get their listening figures. It ain't somebody who listens the whole day to Capital. It's a given segment, right? So with that given segment, it's mapped out. So you come out of ad break with a hit song, then you'll come out with an A-list song, which is a hit song. Then you come out maybe with a B or a C-list song, which is familiar, and you build it and go down. There's no part. I was talking to my missus yesterday. She said, I was listening to so-and-so. He played a couple of tunes. I've never heard them in my life. And he was saying they were big tunes. I mean, my missus is the same age as me, and she's been clubs and she knows music. You know what I mean? She said he played 2 tunes. I've never heard them in my life. By the time he got to the 1.5, she was gone. And this is what people.
And let's all just appreciate the wisdom that just now dropped out of this man, because this is why he received this.
Next up, we have tributes from the family and friends of the legend Daddy Ernie.
How you doing? I'm Andre Harriott. I am a member of the British R&B band Damage. But more to the point, for this, I'm also Daddy Ernie's son. So I'd like to acknowledge you, Dad, for the Legendary Music Award. How amazing, long overdue. I'm sure there's many artists, many reggae artists globally who can attribute much of their success to the ground that you broke in playing their music here on Choice FM specifically, and in every venue that you've DJ'd in, the hundreds of thousands of places. We really appreciate you, and well done. Many more to come. Respect.
I am Vadney Campbell, and I would like to say congratulations to Daddy Ernie on this incredible award. I think it is well overdue, and it is also well deserved. Now, I heard of Ernie when I was a fledgling DJ in Gloucestershire presenting reggae music, and Daddy Ernie and Choice FM were just legendary and iconic to people like myself. Having met Ernie now since I moved to London almost 2 decades ago, he has been a real inspiration and a motivation to me.
I'm going to stop it there, because I don't want your head get too big. I don't want your head get too big.
You know, and you know, look.
Boy.
Respect,
I mean, Carl down in Wales should know Avadni, because Avadni comes from Gloucestershire. She's come up to London, and she's the only black PR company in Britain. She runs Shiloh PR. Shiloh PR. I mean, you get her on here and she'll tell you some of her fights that she had, and she still has, even today. You know, and this is just all part of the process that we have to work and get there. Yeah, me getting the UEA awards, fantastic. I love all that, right? And I love those awards because they come from the community. They're special awards because they come from the community. And our community is one of the hardest communities to
be. Very hard.
For me to get that award, I say yes. You know, this week, I just tell you, this week we put up a blue plaque outside the building. Oh, okay.
Before you bring up the blue plaque, I'd like to do that 3-minute thing that you just now mentioned as we switch from Facebook to YouTube. So could everybody please say goodbye to Facebook? Say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye, Facebook. Bye, Facebook.
Bye. That's good.
That was just a little that break I wanted to throw in there because later on I'll be joining Natasha Vigil and Black Business Recommendations. We're doing a 24-hour run where we're talking about Black business, we're talking about advice, we're talking about business opportunities. So please do tune into me later on Twitch TV and you can find out more. But at the moment, we are talking to the one and only, he's a legend, Daddy Ernie. Come on, give him another round of applause. Come on.
So Ernie.
In fact, Ernie,
I got a question for
Ernie, you're
Ernie.
so big. We're going to give you an explosion.
I got a question to Ernie.
Yeah, I hear that. Well, we've just now left.
What's called
Facebook. We've just now left Facebook, and we now are on YouTube, right? So we're not out to embarrass you, Danielle. We're not out to embarrass anybody. We're going to move into a couple of quiz questions here.
Hang on. Can I just interject 1 minute?
Of course you can.
You just said you're not out to embarrass anybody.
No.
Why is you always embarrassing my twin brother?
Who? You embarrass yourself. I'm not trying to embarrass you. We're on YouTube at the moment. It's just that you tell us stories that I find that are quite ridiculous. He told us that he was in Wolverhampton. He told us that he was in Wolverhampton and he went out to some dance and he came out of this dance, and there was a donkey that was following him, and he didn't know, he had no idea what the donkey wanted at the time, But it's the kind of story this brother just tell us,
You know what? Anybody on YouTube listening, please just say hi. Just say hi. Hi.
Let's get the highs coming up.
Gosh. Ernie, don't follow Rudi. Ernie, don't follow Rudi. Ernie, what's popping now musically now? I know we never have no dance. This year we never have. We're not going to. I don't know. But what's popping now dance wise? What we got? Anything coming up? Yes, no.
No, I mean, we've got the big. We're hoping to go to lower stuff. I think you're involved in that one day. With our great friend Orlando. You're not involved in that? End of July? I think it's the Soul and Reggae Weekender that we used to do in Hailing Island.
Oh yeah. I think there's been some conversation.
Okay.
There's been some conversations, so I'm just waiting on the confirmation and the conversations and the confirmation and blah blah.
Okay.
But there was.
In other words, Ernie, them they invite him.
There was a conversation.
He's waiting for the memo.
There was a conversation held last week, to be precise.
Okay. Let's shift this up a gear. Ernie, what I want you to do, right, is I want you to read what you see as quickly as you can. That's all I want you to do. I want you to read what you see as quickly as you can, right? And we're going to see how fast you do it and how fast everybody else can do it. All right? Are you ready?
Do I read it out loud?
You read what you see. Are you ready? Go.
Yep. Yellow, blue, orange, black, red, green, purple, yellow, red, orange, green, black, blue, red, purple.
No.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Read what you see.
No.
You did that right.
That was good.
No, it never.
No.
That was good.
It was good. It sounded good, but no.
No.
What? I said read what you see.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah, I think he stumbled on the yellow.
Purple.
Blue. You said blue. I couldn't see the bottom one. I had that thing in the way.
What Ernie said yellow, blue, orange, black, red, green, purple, yellow, red, orange, green, black, blue, red, purple. Wrong, and wrong.
Wrong. It was wrong.
I'm just saying it's wrong. Rudy, take it down, please.
Well, I never saw that green, blue, and orange at the bottom. That weren't even there.
Yes,
the comment thing was in the way.
Give it to Carl.
Okay.
No.
We'll give it to Carl.
Give it to Carl. Come on, Carl. Come on, Carl. Come on, Carl.
What are you picking on me for? What are you picking on me for?
Read what you see as quickly as you can.
Yellow, blue, orange, black, red, green, purple. Yellow, red, orange, green, black, blue, red, purple, green, blue, orange.
Yeah, you got through that. You got through that. Wasn't that quick though? Weren't that quick though?
Wasn't that quick?
Carl, you've done this before.
No, it must be the delay in the internet.
Shut up.
Yeah, I know it's like
Verona, read what you see as quickly as you can, right?
You got it, bro. I'm with you.
Okay.
Go.
Okay. Yellow, blue, orange, green, red, green, purple, yellow, red, orange.
Hold on. You said green when you should have said black.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Okay, here we go. Lizzie, you ready?
Go on, Liz.
As quickly as you can, right? The man to beat at the moment is Carl.
Well, I weren't mine fast. I was faster than Carl. You haven't allowed.
You was faster, but you were wrong.
I even think Carl was wrong too as well.
No.
Yellow, blue, orange, black, red, green, purple, yellow, red, orange, green, black, blue, red, purple, green, blue, orange.
Oh, dear.
That's good.
She got through that. She skipped through that. I would say that Liz is now in the lead.
Yeah.
Liz is definitely in the lead.
No. Did you get one wrong?
Yeah.
Did you get one wrong?
You're out when you're ready as quickly as you can.
You get one wrong?
Who?
Hold on. You're stalling, Natural. You're definitely stalling.
Oh, it's me. Okay. No,
Is there any other natural on the platform?
No, I'm confused. Sorry. I don't know if
Is there any other natural on the platform?
Okay, no, there isn't.
Okay. Ready?
No.
Go.
Yellow, blue, orange, black, red, green, purple, yellow, red, orange, green, black, blue, red, purple, green, blue, orange.
Ooh.
That was good.
Which lights?
That was good. You know what? I think she did. I think she deliberately stalled. Yeah. I think she deliberately stalled. I think she did.
No, she didn't.
She did. She stalled. Man.
Yes, she screenshotted it, man. Screenshot it and have it on the next man.
And turned it to black and white.
She did a staller on us, man. She did a staller.
No, I was confused. I didn't know whether to say the colour I could see.
Yes.
Or the colour.
Read what you see.
Where it was.
Yeah.
So in that case, we've all done it wrong because I'm seeing the colours, not reading the
Thank
words.
you.
Yes.
Thank you, Natural.
Yes.
Thank you.
What I'm saying. Read what you see.
No, it's the
But then
colors
I
that
did it
you.
wrong.
No, it's the
Read.
colors that you.
Read.
What is the right one, though?
The
Read.
right one is the first color. Put on the first color, please, Rudi. Put up the picture again, please.
Red.
What you see? What you see?
We all haven't done it yet.
Red.
Yeah.
Red.
I see the
Yellow.
colour red, but I
Blue.
read the word yellow.
No, it's
It's
yellow.
the
Yes.
color you see. It's the
No,
color
it
you
is
see.
yellow, blue, orange, black, red, green.
It's not.
Yeah, you've got to read
It's
the
word.
words. It's because the colour confuses you.
It's not. It's the color you see first.
So
No,
red,
you don't-
yellow, blue.
You don't
That's
read. You
not
don't
weird.
read.
Wait, hold on.
Colours.
Countryman, you've actually confused everybody.
I have.
Right? Hold on. You've actually confused everybody. All right.
And you mistook Shugs.
The sentence was read.
Read. What
Right.
you
Hold
see.
on. If you're gonna read, how do you read?
You read words.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hold on. No. What? When you read letters.
Yes.
Letters make up a word. Colors do not make up a word.
Thank you.
Okay. Fair enough.
Because
Okay.
I have
It's there just to confuse you.
because I have a degree in English, I'm not going to argue.
No, you can't. You can't.
Ernie, what's funny, Ernie?
The degree that you countryman ain't worth nothing. That's why nobody don't recognize it.
Ernie, what's funny, Ernie? Come on, Ernie, man.
He
Come on,
bought it.
Ernie.
He bought it.
Show
He
that
bought
picture
it.
again, Rudy. Rudy, show that
He
picture.
bought it off the internet.
Not that one, not that one. The one before. The one before.
He's a real countryman. He's a real countryman.
You know what? I'm not saying a word. I'm gonna do a Piers Morgan though. Just walk
You know
out.
what? Okay, that leaves Shugs. Are you ready, Shugs?
No.
She must have memorized it by now.
Here we go, Shugs. Here we go.
Yellow, blue, orange, black, red, green, purple, yellow, red, orange, green, black, blue, black, red.
All right. You know what happened.
See, I know when I went wrong.
You know what happened, yeah?
Now, really, Shug's supposed to reel chew that because all of the previous contestants, she was last. So she just...
We got Claire. We got Claire. You got Claire as well.
You got Claire.
I won last time, so I'm all right.
You ain't done it already yet, Claire.
We got Claire. Claire, are you all right,
Claire did it.
Has Claire done it?
No,
Yeah, she did it.
No, she haven't yet.
No, I haven't done it. No, I haven't done it.
Oh, it must have been Brown or I was listening to.
Liz just want to win,
I've done it, Liz. I've done it.
Liz just want to win.
I've already done that one. I won that one weeks ago.
I've never known Liz to be so competitive like that.
Where's Liz gone?
Is it Liz on natural? Is it Liz on natural?
Where's Liz gone?
She get kicked out, man. She get kicked out.
No, Rudy, come on, Rudy.
This is not Wednesday. This is not Wednesday.
I had to kick her out, man. I had to kick her out, bro.
Rudy, you can't do that, Rudy.
Harsh, isn't it, Rudy?
Yeah.
Oh,
all right. I'm not here to be liked.
You're winning then.
I just want to say before we get to Liz, I also want you to know, Daddy Ernie, just exactly how instrumental you were to the comedy circuit. It was the likes of Jefferson and Whitfield and Angela Marr that you introduced and brought into the dance scene, right? At a very difficult time when people never used to sit down and appreciate the spoken word. So I'm just going to give you a little big up.
You know something, Rudy? I noticed when people mention that era, they always live. I mean, he's not the world's greatest loved person, but they always miss out Schumann, Jeff Schumann, and he's supposed.
No, Dewey's time is coming. Dewey's time is coming. It's coming.
All right, he was very instrumental in that early era as well. He was one of the big names. We had Jefferson.
In truth, Ernie, Schumann came later in the game.
Yeah, but when he came, the impact was enormous.
Of course it was, because he had the community links. He had the community links, right? As a man who was doing Black history and stuff like that. The position that his sister was in, yeah. And so due to the community links that he had, he galvanized the community together quicker, but he weren't necessarily working the circuit as a stand-up comic. He was not the person who was pioneering, breaking down, going into the clubs and stuff like that. Schumann took people straight into the community centers. Yeah, he took them straight into the town halls. Yeah, and the likes of yourself, when he was not Choice FM and that, the likes of yourself collaborating with him enabled for that to happen. But in terms of the true trailblazers, we have to talk about Angela Marr, Leo Chester, Jefferson and Whitfield, Roger D. So, you know, he's a different... He's coming at a different time. So he's coming off the shoulders of others at the same time. So I'm not... I am going to get to Schumann, and you're right, there is a story to be told.
Oh, there's a big story to be told about Schumann. Definitely.
Praying for you.
He when he come, he done his thing. You know what I mean? But like you say, Angie. I'm not sure about Roger D. I'm not sure Roger D was there.
Yeah, Roger.
I'm not sure he was there at the beginning because Angie and Leo Muhammad and all that came more or less the same time as Choice. Maybe just a little bit after, but it was in that same era. So they were able to get a lot of exposure. And Jeff got a lot of exposure before he even went on Choice. Oh,
yeah, but the thing is that in terms of the comedy circuit, right? Because remember, Roger D was coming from Manchester, so he didn't have that kind of profile or those connections that Angie and because remember Angie, Jefferson Whitfield and them guys was coming through the church with Basil Mead and all them kind of people there, so they had strong links. Whereas Roger didn't have those kind of links, but he became well respected because he understood the craft at a very early stage. So when yourself and Mystery, right, was introducing the comedians into your circuit, he wasn't privy to that. But he was out there on the circuit, if you follow what I mean.
Okay. Well, we never really knew about that because we was very London orientated.
Yeah,
we
that's
never
right.
know what was going on and what was going on in Birmingham and that. So afterwards that we saw. But they had a comedian in Birmingham. Maybe Countryman can tell us. He's still doing his stuff now.
You're talking about you?
Who?
John Smith.
John Smith.
John Smith. That's it. John Smith. He was the first one I really knew from up that side.
Well, he was the pioneer of setting up the whole UK national comedy network. That goes to John Smith. Yeah, because he followed on the back of the Posse and the BB Crew when they started to do the theatres.
Yeah. So he's a big name, and he still does his stuff. Yeah, and he still does his stuff now.
I mean, he ended up becoming a Teletubby. He was Tinky Winky, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh no, Dipsy won it.
Is it Dipsy? Yeah, Dipsy. That's right. Dipsy. Okay.
So
So
he was the gay one.
Let's just finish this off now with Claire. Claire, are you okay?
Are you ready?
Mike's muted.
I'm ready.
Okay. All right, Claire. What you see, yeah? Let's go.
Yellow, green, orange, green, purple, yellow, red, orange, green.
Second line down.
Messed up.
You never get down to the second line.
I messed up.
Don't worry, we all messed up. We all messed up.
Blame country, man. He messed it up today. Blame country.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much this morning. I think we've had a great show. How do you guys feel about that?
Yeah,
It's good.
Brilliant show as usual. Who won? That's all I want to know. Who won?
Yeah.
Who won? You see the two of them. I'm kicking out the two rascals.
Can I just ask?
Hey, listen, I still got my question for Daddy Ernie though.
Me too as well.
Yes.
Can I go first?
No, you go first. Then.
You sure?
I'll let you go first. Give me a manners and respect.
I'm a man. Yes, I am a man. Ernie.
Yo.
You there?
Yeah, man. Hello?
Tell me about this quickly. Ernie, you have 2 minutes. No, you have 1 minute to tell me about the fixture thing we do on a Friday. 1 minute.
Yeah.
Right. The
1 minute
fixture list
starting now.
Right, fixture list is myself, Rodney Hines from The Voice, Eddie Nestor from BBC, and Robert Ranks for me of One Extra. We talk about football and all racial issues. Last night we had John Barnes on there. It was fantastic. It's only supposed to go on for an hour and a half. It went on for nearly 2 hours, and it's on Younger TV. You can see it on Younger TV on Saturday mornings when you lot are on. On Sky TV 261, I think it is. And it's just this week we got Andy Cole on there on Friday night, and Watty Jr. and they're super fans, and Robert White, they're super fans. It's going from strength to strength. People are loving it, and once again, it's a platform talking about football, things that we do.
Okay, so can they actually watch that online? Can they watch it online as well, Ernie?
Yes, it's on Facebook and it's on YouTube. 9 o'clock fixture list on Friday nights, and I normally put up the links on my Facebook page, and I normally send it out within my groups and people can share it and things like that. Countryman always gets the link, so he should know about it. So yeah, it's just going. A lot of people talking to us about different things about getting it into Africa and all that. So all of a sudden we've done this football thing, and people are really gravitating it because people can just come on there and speak. We had Troy Townsend on there last night again, and the Dark Destroyer, Sean Wallace, and they can just speak like how we're speaking now, with nobody saying when they get too close to the bone, we ain't got no one saying, "Oh, we've got to go to an ad break now. Oh, we'll see you soon, John." No, man, just talk, and people are loving it. You know what I mean? So it's good. Yeah, man, it's right.
So I hope you guys heard that. If you really want to get, not if you really want, make sure that you go on Daddy Ernie's page, okay, and you can pick up the information in terms of when the fixture list is out. It's both on Facebook and it is also on YouTube. Carl, you did have a question you wanted to ask.
Yeah, so Daddy Ernie, we talked about back in the days and the things you used to do, and we used to get a lot of sound systems coming down to Wales, to Barry, like you said, putting on dances, in halls and enjoying a day at the beach and all that kind of stuff. But that sort of fizzled out, sort of thing. And I just thought, is that a sort of thing that you would want to do again, or can we see that kind of thing coming back, or can we see us all just going into new directions now and just doing weekenders and festivals?
Well, obviously it's progress, but people still do those coach trips. I know people who do coach trips, and they just, Friday night they just organize it and say we're going down to Margate, and people just drive. You know what I mean? People drive their car and go down there. Yes, they organize. You see, what happened with the coach thing is that the coach companies started getting greedy. They started charging some ridiculous money that the sums didn't add up.
Choice FM used to charge.
No, but Choice FM used to charge like 50 quid for a weekender. Hello? Because they used to get the volume. If you're not getting the volume, Choice used to take 30 coaches to Great Yarmouth. Right? Oh, my nose is running. If you don't get that, if you get 10, then the sums don't work out. Choice was fortunate that they had the platform and they could advertise it and get that amount of people. But for your ordinary man who's doing a coach trip, and man's telling you, here what, we want 700 for a 50-seater coach, your price has to go up accordingly. And once again, you see, you just hit on the nail there, Rudy. Boy, them charge too much. You know what I mean? So we got to work these things out. I mean, when we come out of what's going on now, right, it's going to be hell, because me and Countryman used to play up at Royal Lounge all the time. If they come along and say that we can only have 500 people in Royal Lounge, hello? It ain't happening.
Prices going up.
Because if Royal Lounge is going to charge the same amount of money as they were charging last year, right, it ain't going to happen, because nobody ain't going to make no money out of it. You see what I'm saying? So, and if you put it up from 20 to 30, people ain't seeing the expense to make up the difference. All they're going to see is £30. And why the money I charge? You know what I mean?
Ernie, remember, say Coach Ernie? Remember, Coach gone up to us,
Everything's gone up. Everything is going to go up. A simple thing. I went in the paper shop the other day and I buy the Daily Fail, right? Because they're a racist paper, and we know that they're racist. So we need to know what's going on in that paper. But I think the sports page on there is fantastic. I went in there and I give the man 90 pence. No, what did I give him? I give him 80 pence. I looked on it because it used to be 75, I looked on it and it was 80 pence. By stealth, it's gone up 5p. When you start looking at certain things, 5p here and a 10p here has gone on everything. Ladies, how much is your shopping bill gone up since last year?
Yes, it's gone up.
The price of yam gone up too as well.
Everything, banana, bun,
everything.
Even the
ginger
gone up, so
ginger expensive like anything.
Cut down on the cost of the yam. You just yam it now, innit? You don't bother buying it. You just yam it.
So everything. When we come out of this thing here and people's head get focused on what is going on, people's gonna realize. You see all the utility things and all that. They're gonna smash on some prices on there, boy. I'm telling you. And you know the number one thing? Number one, enough people are out of work, and who's in work? they're not getting no wage rise to compensate for
No,
that.
that's right.
Bruv,
Yeah.
let me tell you, Armageddon. Armageddon.
Aki gone
I mean,
up.
how many people? How many people? Drew say it's Easter went and bought a tin of Aki.
Yes.
I'm all right. I'm
Aki. We have Aki in my house. We buy Aki every week.
Yeah, man.
Every week we buy.
I got Aki in my house.
No, I got mine from Christmas.
I paid
enough.
Yeah, £4.30 a tin.
No, I got mine for $2.50. We can.
It's cheap.
That's cheap.
That is cheap. See,
No,
that's
that's
what
really because of our-
No, man, that's expensive. They're too teeth.
No,
£4.30.
a £5 a tin.
£2.50. I got my big one.
It was $3.99. It was $3.99. Them teeth, mate. 31 pence.
I go and tell you something. I went Birmingham one time, see, and I walk in one patty shop, and the man told me said the patty was 75p. I said, if I try teeth me, I me buy 5 and come out.
They were cheaper. That's right.
I can remember selling Aki and saltfish. A tin of Aki and saltfish, 7 and 6.
Right. Listen,
I
man,
don't
you
know
might as
what
well
that
tell
is.
us.
I don't know what that is.
You might as well tell us you had the penny.
35 pence.
7
Is that
and
a
6.
big can or the
Really?
Yeah,
It's a big can.
it's
Can
5
that you
shillings,
getting now?
is it not?
Yeah, 7 and 6, 5
Shillings.
shilling for the Aki and 2 and 6 for the
Yeah.
saltfish.
Yeah.
And you
Nothing.
used to get a pack of saltfish, not no little piece, a pack of saltfish and a proper
Yeah.
Aki, 7 and 6. So when I
So
got
it looks like then.
it's just outrageous. £5.
So it looks like I got to buy Aki and then sell it all to you lot for a raise. If you're buying it at £5.
Telling you, man. It
Chicken
was
mud. Chicken mud. You buy it when it's on bargain.
For the longest time, it's been £5.
You buy it when it's on bargain.
Mhm. Yes, but the thing about it, Aki at £4.30 is where? Tesco.
Wales.
Tesco.
Wales, mate,
Yeah,
not Tesco.
that's
Wales.
the same.
No. I didn't say Wales. I didn't say Wales.
No, but we can say Wales in London because it's
No,
not that price.
Bristol.
Oh, we got DJ Lioness, Bristol.
So so
You know
it's
DJ Lioness,
£4.30 a tin.
£6. Wow.
Yeah.
£5.25 down here for the big can. £3 for the small can.
Mm.
You do
You know,
got
I like-
DJ Lioness.
I like when we go into these stores now, right? Like Tesco's and Sainsbury's, and you see this thing, World Foods.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah, that's right.
You got Indian, right? And then you got Polish, which is up there as well. And then you got Caribbean, and it's about like this. It's about that.
Yeah.
Small section, innit? Small.
Small little thing. But you know, at least we're in there, because years ago you go in them places there you ain't seeing
You wouldn't get anything. That's right. That's true.
get anything. So you know what I
I
mean?
mean, Rudy spoke about the week about the village. We were talking about that in the community in the village, and a few months ago there was a shop in Cardiff who was selling Aki for like £3.20 a tin. So it just went around the community quick, and everybody just rushed down there and just buy it. £3.20 a tin. Man, get 3 tins for under £10. What?
Cheap, man.
Everything gets more expensive the more you go south, because condensed milk in Manchester is a lot cheaper than a condensed milk in Birmingham.
Yeah.
Well, how much is the condensed milk in Manchester?
Get it for about 89p for the is it Sunrise?
It's about
not
pound.
Nestle.
Not
Nestle.
Yeah.
No, not
Is it
Nestle.
it's the main brand. I'll grab it in actually.
Carnation.
Carnation, yeah.
Or Nestles.
Oh, Nestle.
Yeah, I think it was the Nestles then.
It's Carnation condensed milk.
No.
No, it's
No.
no, not the carnation milk, the condensed milk, the
No,
thick
condensed milk.
sweet stuff
Sweet
that you
milk,
put in
man.
your cornmeal
Stuff
porridge.
that some people used to put on crackers.
Cracker, yes,
Put it
man.
in your
Yes.
cornmeal porridge.
Bro,
Or
Rudy,
outdoor bread, man.
Not me.
I can remember
Condensed
having
milk and outdoor bread, man. That's it.
Yeah.
I don't know how you look from London. You must be yardies.
or sliced bread. Rudy, nothing never used to sweeter. Nothing never used to sweeter when we was younger, right? Than a 2 slice of bread with condensed milk in the middle.
Condensed milk,
right?
yes. Yes.
Washed down with ginger beer or something. What? I'm telling you. Man used to go to bed.
Yeah, that's because black people didn't know they were poor. That's because they were poor. I was so poor. You know the Scots. You know when you used to get the box of it was Scots the oatmeal, the oats.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was so poor that the man used to just disappear on the box. There was no point.
Yeah, porridge oat. Well, you know, we survived. We survived.
Yeah. Thanks to corned beef and
corned beef, my
fried dumpling.
Turn
Bulletproof
kind
and rice.
things.
I had Scots porridge this morning for breakfast.
Oh, I hate porridge.
That's what we're talking about.
That's nice. Nice.
Listen, we're gonna talk forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. And we really do have to bring this to a close. It's your fault, Daddy Ernie. Normally we're out of here by 15:15, but Tuesday you come on, and everybody wants to talk to you.
Rudy, when we
I met your son back in the 90s when he was in the group Damage.
I was you. He told me about you. I need to speak to you.
They played at the Ritz. They played at the Ritz.
He told me about. I need to speak to you.
In Manchester.
He told me all about you. I need to speak to you. Rudy, get her number. I need to go and check her because he told me all about her.
No,
Right?
I didn't know it was his son, you know.
Please, if you are in YouTube, could you please subscribe? Please subscribe.
Share and like.
It's important
Subscribe.
that you do so. No point in coming and seeing us and not subscribing and getting your notifications. Daddy Ernie, it has been a pleasure.
Rudy, just before I go, right, can you tell them about the blue plaque? Because I want people to go around to Trinity Gardens when they're in South London and see that blue plaque.
Hold on, slow down. Daddy Ernie, could you please tell them about the blue plaque?
Okay, so when when they disbanded Choice, a little while afterwards, I used to go around to Trinity Gardens when I go to Brixton, and it used to irate me that I used to drive past the building, and if you never knew, it's any other building. And that building is not just any other building. It's where Choice FM started broadcasting from in 1990. And I made it my plight, right, or whatever the right word is, to get a blue plaque on that building. And we managed, courtesy of Nubian Jack and the British Heritage Foundation, we managed to get that blue plaque on that building on Wednesday. Wednesday gone, we put the blue plaque up there. And it marks a significant period in Black history. That plaque will be up there. You can drive past and you can say, this is where Grandad Ernie used to broadcast from, and Papa Jigs and Martin G and Angie Greaves and Ed Nesta and Jeff Schulman and Calvin Francis. The list is endless, and who's gone on, many of them gone on to be household names. We needed that to be marked. Right, and it so happened that the building belongs to one of the board members who was on Choice. So it was very simple for us to get on there. And with the help of the community donated. Some of us put some money in. We managed to raise the money to get the plaque up there. And the money that's left, which is £4,500, is going to the African Caribbean Leukemia Trust.
Well
so
done.
I feel very good about that. That plaque is up there, and people be able to go there and see that we had a black radio station in the UK.
Yep. Big up yourself.
Yes. That is amazing. And I, if people is in the area, just go around and take some pictures and because it was us. We changed the landscape of radio. Well, anyone wants to think. The landscape of radio was changed in 1990, the 31st of March, when Choice FM came on. People can say what they want about Choice FM, but I know the impact that it had, right? And still has up until today. It still has an impact. When you hear them stations talking about we're family, They weren't family before we start talking about we was family. Them never know about them things. And boom, and all them little catchphrases that we used to use.
Booyaka became it went into the it actually went into the dictionary courtesy of
dictionary and all these business days.
Dictionary courtesy of Ali G.
Yes. Who nicked it from us? Well, he nicked it from Westwood, who nicked it from us. Right? But what we can say, one thing I can say about Westwood is a man, him coming out of the community and him stand up and him hear what I go on. Ali G, Sasha Cohen,
Aaron Cohen,
I never see my no dance, or nothing like that. Right? So he directly nicked it. Right? He nicked it like the
he did. Yeah.
Yeah, nick a whole heap of things from us. But they can teeth it, but we have to make sure that our kids and the kids that's coming after them know that we originate, because we originate enough things.
You have to tell them.
You have to tell them and let them know. You know what I mean? Simple thing like fashion. Simple thing like fashion. So, you know, we were the fashion leaders and tech with the fashion. The other day, I was walking down the road. I met here a garnet silk, a tomp out of car. When I look round, it weren't one of us. No, it was an Eastern European. I ain't got nothing against them.
Okay.
But the bass and that was coming out of there, and that's all us. That's all part of our DNA, our character.
Yeah.
So Ernie,
Ernie,
when we have your party next year or the year after, we're gonna have some serious bass.
Oh, can't wait.
Some serious what?
Bass. Come on, some bass now. Bass.
Wow. Wait, you think that Ernie just dash out bass?
Yeah. Well, it means they're organized, isn't it?
Hey, Rudi Lickwood, you be thinking Rudi Lickwood.
Really by now.
Yeah, all right, Second rule is it's really
baseline.
Technology. My little boy Ryan, he come round a couple Christmases ago and he had this thing on his phone. I said, "Boy, what's that?" And he just went, "Dad, do this." Boom, 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 boom. And that was the outcome of it. So technology, we got to embrace technology. You know, we got to embrace the youths them, because they got the finger on the pulse. My youngest one is 32, and he's lost compared to his cousin who just turned 16 last week. They're on a different level. And me personally, I love the youths them who's going on with the thing, and I can embrace with them, because what they got at their hand and what they can do with technology is phenomenal. It's phenomenal, and we got to embrace that, bro. We're going to get left. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we got to embrace that. So, yeah, man, we could be here all day long, but you know.
Right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Me have some bun and fried fish I got to eat, and
yes.
Me have some soup. Me want make
butter and cheese.
Me want boil some soup. I did a chat.
What's
right, ladies and gentlemen, could we all please say goodbye, or we're going to be here forever? Thank you very much.
Bye.
Daddy.
Bye. Bye. Weekend. Enjoy the break.
Happy
Guys, please hang around. Please hang around. Just give me 8 minutes, okay? Thank you very much for joining myself and Countryman. Countryman, would you like to say the last word, please?
Bye. Because I want to go boil my soup.
See ya, Country.
We love looking after young people and just basically helping them in their football development.
This is where I'm comfortable. This is what gives me the most joy, watching them not being able to kick a ball, and then 6 months later they're able to do things they never envisioned them doing.
It's giving back to the community. I've been working for the community nearly all my life, and this is a big part of it, just giving back.
15 minutes with DJ Countryman and Rudi Lickwood. Saturday morning mayhem.
Morning, darling.
Hey everyone.
Me, who am on the telephone? Come on.
Join them with interviews.
There's no formula there, that's what I'm saying.
Peter, you be a Peter. It say, can you write down the number 8 times? That means, no, it's not times, that multiplication. It say write it down 8 times, Peter.
And quizzes.
You can't repeat a word, it means you can't repeat the same sentence.
Let's see then.
Countryman is
And you
not
can't
allowed.
start.
Countryman, yeah, and you're not allowed to stalk him. I'm going to ring a bell in a moment. Okay, and I'm going to leave the room. And the conversation will take place.
You married?
I am not.
You ever had an affair?
I haven't.
You haven't?
I haven't.
You did say it twice. You did.
I did.
Yeah.
Well, you shouldn't ask me the same question twice.
I agree. The same question shouldn't be asked twice.
No, you did.
A few people are saying he did.
Wait, hold on. I feel, you know what? There's a lot of bitterness in here, yeah. And I know where the bitterness is. I know where the bitterness is coming. Bitter.
He says in his tracks.
You're bitter. You're
15 minutes with Rudi Lickwood and DJ Countryman. Saturday mornings, gonna be the same again.
Incredible.
Keeping it real with Rudi Lickwood, the topical interactive chat show where you may end up being one of the guests with special guests and you, the audience. Comedy with Rudi Lickwood.
I knew it. What did I tell you, Rufus? What did I tell you? From the first day I bless I am that girl, I tell you she's no good. I tell Julian she's a snake on the grass. All your little speak softly, walk nicely. Not sit down and make it up, not told that boy.
This week, okay.
Come out! You must say, get up. Get up and come out. Come out and don't come back.
Well, don't forget, keeping it real with Rudi Lickwood only.
With the Black Wall Street UK app, you can find any black-owned businesses around you with the tap of a finger. So next time you're searching for a nearby hair product store or a nail shop or an estate agent or any black-owned business or service provider, just do a super quick search on the Black Wall Street UK.
When we go shopping, he carries the shopping bags.
So you don't carry nothing?
No, I just walk with my 2 hands free. Honestly,
I don't know.
We're running out of time.
Wait.
Time. Red card.
What's your I'll say first of all, those who are on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to YouTube.
Respect your husband, alright? Allow him to be the man he can be. Don't cheat, alright? Make sure. Shut up! Allow him to talk.
I'm gonna turn off my camera.
Yes or no? Altia?
Nope. Never have.
Very cool.
The question is, countryman, have you done it?
Right.
Okay. Some flags up there. Good.
Have you ever slept with one of your ex's friends?
Rudy, have you?
Does fingering count?
Do not forget to subscribe, especially if you're on YouTube. Make sure that you subscribe. Subscribe, hit the button, subscribe, hit the button. If you're on Facebook, make sure that you like the page. By you liking the page, you will receive your notifications, whether you're in YouTube or whether you are, of course, in Facebook.
Good that.